What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a new video, guys. As some of you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, it's actually been just over a year that I've owned the Bmw F30 335 now. It's been a year with this car. It's kind of crazy to think about, from one look to a completely different look. Super happy with how far it's come. I still have some more plans for it, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about how it is to own a Bmw F30, at least a stage 2 Bmw F30 now. Kind of go over what I've experienced with the car, all the problems I've had, how it's treated me, think how many miles I put onto the car. So let's go ahead and jump into the car real quick. Alright guys, so like I said, I've owned the car for about a year now. I'm currently full bolts on. I've wrapped the car, I put on M Sport bumpers. I've done a lot of stuff to this car, and honestly this car has never let me down, not even once. Mechanically, it's been very solid for me. I literally cannot complain about it at all. Even on stage 2 tune, it has been solid for me. Full bolts on with a tune, as well as pretty much a ton of exterior mods on top of that. Just go ahead for a drive real quick, show you guys a little bit of the drive, and just talk about more about my experience with the car. Alright guys, so pretty much since I've owned the car, I bought the car on June 27th of 2020, and I believe today is June 29th of 2021. So it's been a little bit over a year now, which is crazy to me because it's flown by like no time at all. I've owned it for about a year now, and I've put about 15,000 miles on the car, so I've actually driven it a lot. It's essentially like my daily. It was my daily for half of that year, and then the other half I had another daily, so I probably put like 22,000 miles on both of my cars in total so far this year. So yeah, that's a lot of miles and no significant problems at all. Literally can't even think of like one problem that I've had with this car. Like, it's literally been so reliable for me. So I'm currently sitting at 115,000 miles. I bought the car at 100,000 miles. Funnily enough, I bought the car for $13,250 with 100,000 miles. It was Sportline. I'll throw up some pictures of what it looked like. It's really crazy to see the difference of this car now compared to how it was before. If you guys haven't watched those videos, go check out those videos on the complete transformation I did on the car. But yeah, I bought the car for about $13,250 after taxes and registration. It totaled out to be like 15,000, somewhere around there, 15,000. And honestly, I could probably sell the car right now for around 21,000 to 22,000 with all the mods that I put into the car. Plus, cars have been appreciating recently during this time at least. Almost every single car has gone up by at least $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, depending on which car it is. And these F30 335s have gone up in price quite a bit. So theoretically, I drove 15,000 miles and I could probably profit at least $1,000 to $2,000 off of it, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, because normally the more miles the car has, the more it depreciates. But because the market is so crazy right now, I could literally sell it and make some money. But I don't really have any intentions of selling it right now. It's been very reliable for me. Like I said, practically no problems with this car. It's never really let me down, not even once, to where like I needed the car and I couldn't drive it. And yeah, so pushing around 380 wheel horsepower to 400, depending on which kind of tune I have. The tune definitely helps a lot with how fun the car is. It definitely made the car feel more alive once I tuned it, and it made it definitely more fun to drive. The stage 2 tune with Bmw 3, as well as the transmission flash with Bmw 3, it really made the car come alive. I highly suggest doing that to your F30 335 if you haven't done it already. Definitely get the tune, at least the stage 1 tune. You don't really need any bolt-ons for that, and it makes the car extremely fun to drive. The stage 2 tune has definitely livened up the car a ton. I highly suggest doing it. The 1-year ownership experience has been really good for me. I highly suggest getting one, just because for the power that you're getting, it's relatively reliable and you don't really have too many problems as long as you keep up with preventative maintenance and basic maintenance like that, like oil changes. It's really gonna do you solid. So I really don't have anything bad to say about this car. Normally I can find some pretty bad things to say about these BMWs because they do have their problems, and I like to keep that honest and open with you guys. Like my previous car had so many problems, and I updated you guys with all those problems. This car, I haven't really had any problems, so I've only been upgrading it, and it's still been getting better and better since I've been upgrading it. I don't know if I already mentioned, but the gas mileage that I'm getting on stage 2 is around 19.8 miles per gallon. gallon. That's what my dash says right now. Literally 19.8 miles per gallon. If I drive it every single day, I have to fill it up once every 4 days. So that can kind of be kind of pricey, especially with these California gas prices right now, with premium being around $4.50 a gallon. It tends to be around 60 to 65 bucks to fill up the car, and that's pretty pricey. It is a pricey car to drive, especially with the Stage 2, because it drinks more gas and I have a flame tune. If I could rate it out of a 10, I would give it about a 9 with reliability and fun factor. It's a really good balance of reliability and power, so I really enjoy it. It's a great reliable turbo BMW. Can't really go wrong with that, guys, to be honest with you. It's crazy that I've already owned the car for a year. It feels like it's flown by. It feels like I literally picked up the car yesterday. The car has changed so much within that year. I think I've made around 60 videos on just this car alone, and that's a lot of videos for just one car, to be honest with you. There's a ton of things to do with this car, a lot of ways to make it really fun, and so I've really just enjoyed this car. This year has been a really fun year of driving and modifying cars. I've really enjoyed this past year. I do plan on keeping the car for a while, so you guys are going to be seeing it on the channel.
I said I'll never lose you. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. The price is high to lose you. It keeps inflating. And baby, I'm broke. Say goodbye, won't hold you close, get you off my mind, take it slow, stay alive, can't let go, if we don't say goodbye, say goodbye.
So yeah guys, hopefully you enjoyed that little cinematic video right there. I've really enjoyed driving this car. Owning this car for a year has been an entire blast. If you guys are deciding on what to do, if you should get one, I highly suggest getting one, because after a year I've had a ton of fun with this car. Hopefully this can be your deciding factor of what you should do. Literally own this car for a year, and pretty much this is what I've learned from owning it. It's been a solid car. No real problems. It's at 115,000 miles right now, and literally doesn't give me any problems. So that's seriously like a great accomplishment in my eyes. Hopefully nothing happens now. That is the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to check me out on Instagram. I'll go ahead and throw up my Instagram right over here. If you guys enjoyed the video in any way, make sure to give it a like down below. It would really help me out if you guys like the video. Make sure to subscribe while you guys are at it. It would really help me out as well. It helps me to bring more videos to you guys and make better content. I really appreciate you guys who have subscribed and who watch my videos consistently. I really appreciate you guys. Shout out to you guys. Remember, stay safe, stay happy, and stay in that project car. I will catch you guys later.